Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ghost38 here. Wanted to bring you guys another Phantom review. Today I'm going to be looking at a story in Giant Size Phantom issue 1. Today I will be looking at the first issue of The Shadow. This is not to be confused with The Shadow that was from the 1930s. This is different. He made his first appearance in 1950, well after our the Shadow had already been established here in the US. He lasted for two seasons of books. Last one was the second series lasted for like 148 issues. So that was a fairly lengthy and fairly popular book at the time. But anyway, that being said, today I'll be showing you the first issue. Today we shall enter the Shadow. His real identity name is Jimmy Gray. He's a wealthy playboy man about town, sort of like Lamont Cranston and Bruce Wayne. Jimmy Gray, alias the Shadow, feared criminals in the world over as the Shadow. He deals out justice to wrongdoers. Ace detectives of Scotland Yard can find no clue to his identity. While they frown upon his escapades as men, they envy his cool, fearless daring and admire his skills as a cracksman. Strangely, they say, the Shadow never steals from honest men. Only gangsters, black marketeers, and they like his victims. Many a crime would be unsolved, yet, if it were not for the special help given to the police by the Shadow. Our scene starts up here as Jimmy Gray as his second alias Limpy. In the dark alleyways of crime, a crippled middle-aged looking man moves familiarly, saying little, seeing all, and listens to tales of success and failure. And from mash joints and flop houses and many hideouts in London's underworld, no job is planned, but Limpy hears all. The movements of any criminal are known to him. He is the Shadow's eyes and ears. His real name is Jimmy Gray. Jimmy Gray, an accomplished, polished man of the world, heir to the late John Silver Gray, millionaire inventor and maker of locks and safes. His closest friend, Inspector Drummond of Scotland Yard. In fact, all his friends. Jimmy is bored in life. His yachts, racing cars, boats, planes, and the rest. He is an idle rich man. Almost good for nothing, but not quite. There's a streak of good in old Jimmy, they say. How wide the streak is, only the Shadow, Limpy, and you and I know the truth. Basically, Jimmy's sitting at home, minding his own business. Or no, not there, it's a club. His inspector friend comes in to see him. Greetings, old man, what's new? The usual. Confounded Shadow business is getting me down. Sorry to hear that. He's like, my papers are certainly roasting him. And they have an exchange back and forth. I came very close to catching him last time. Then you do it, old man. I'll be the first to congratulate you. He's like, thanks. I shall not rest until I have him behind bars. He's like, okay, I can give you a ride. And he's like, nah, I have to get going. What a life, Gray. Hasn't a care in the world. And then he keeps reading the newspaper and comes across an article about a jewel robbery. I must see what I can do about it. I shall be out of town until midday tomorrow, Jensen. He basically talks to his butler, and he tries to get accosted by two thugs. And then Jimmy assumes his identity as Limpy. So basically, he's like a combination of the Shadow and Bruce and Batman, the underworld hanger-on. He overhears a couple crooks going on. And he overhears them going on about their plans. Where are you off to, Limpy? Let me alone, copper. I got a job to do. Where? The Limehouse Markets. Any objections? If anything goes off down there, I know who to pick up. Wise guy, ain't you? Get on with you then and keep your nose clean. Arriving to Lord Hall's house, Jimmy sees the chauffeur busy. Up early, aren't you, mate? I'm heading for the city. Any chance to spot of grub? Wait a minute, I'll see the cook. He's like, you're a pal, my friend. He's like, now's my chance to look the place over. He basically is a misunderstanding. The chauffeur thinks he's here to rob the place. He's not. And then he basically has self-defense. It's jiu-jitsu, judo. He's like, put me down. So yeah, needless to say, this guy can easily take care of himself. He's like, help me. He's like, it's not healthy to stay around here. And he changes. He calls his he calls his best friend. And then he has some more back and forth with the inspector. You know, the Shadow is just the kind of chap with locks and safes as you would have been if you had gone into your father's safe manufacturing business. Don't be silly, old chap. Why would I want to know about locks and things? He's like, "Fah. Well, I must be off. I don't want to miss the first act. Sleep well." He's like, "Good night." And then Jimmy is out. The Shadow got busy. Time the Shadow got busy that evening. The belt holds precision instruments with the hands of the Shadow can open any lock or safe. Changing into the Shadow, Jimmy straps on his belt of cracksman's tools. And now for the mask. Shadow's mask is made of finest latex rubber. It fits closer than a second skin. It changes an inoffensive man about town into the Shadow. Poor old Drummond. If only he could see me now. And then he gets his car and basically heads off. 2 minutes, 26 seconds to go. So he basically starts to work. Still in full swing, this shouldn't disturb me. One of these should be the library. He gets his lockpick and opens the door. The safe's behind one of these pictures, and he gets in, and basically in no time flat. A note is left in the jewel tray together with the Shadow's visiting card. The jewels will be returned when you donate $10,000 to the clinic. Signed, the Shadow. Visit my collection. So basically the Shadow's left off with this guy's collection. He's like, 30 seconds in midnight, I'm out of here. So yeah, he goes off to get his jewels. The Shadow's like, oh crap, gotta get out of here. He's like, whoops, a welcoming committee. He gets the cops. He's like, sorry guys. He's like, get back here. So yeah, needless to say, he finds his stuff gone. It's like, police are on their way. Nobody's to leave. Anyone could hear could be the Shadow. He's like, another shadow. It's like, what will the Alpha Man do next? Poor Drummond is having a stroke. So he's like, and then he's basically playing it all off. He's like, Jensen, I'm hungry. I'm going to go later. So he basically leaves. Hey, Jimmy, I want to see you. The Shadow made a mistake last night. Can't stop now, old boy. I'm on my way to an art show. Confound it, man. This is important. I've got a clue to his identity. He's like, has Drummond got a clue on what Jimmy Gray's connection to the Shadow? Come to the gallery. You can spout your hardest. Morning lights. To heck with the pictures, Jimmy. Did you hear what I said? Oh, about the Shadow again. Awfully glad for you, old boy. You caught him last night, huh? No, I haven't, but that won't be long. He's like, morning light. I'll take it. Very good, sir. So I basically buys a piece of art while this guy's spouting, talking to him. I think I can get a line on the Shadow for you. He's like, crime bores me. I can't take care of this. These two threads were caught on Lord Hall's safe, so what can I do about them? They came from a pair of evening gloves, sold only at Bondings. You are one of their exclusive clientele, Jimmy. Here's what I want you to do. I'm all ears. It could be that the Shadow is a member of the upper crust, like Robin Hood and all that stuff. You know most of Bonding's clients personally. I want you to look around. It's like hardly my line of work. Lord Hall donates a large sum, a noble act, and one that deserves reward. So he basically gives him the jewels back. Hall and this guy are having a discussion back and forth. Meanwhile, same night after posting men to the grounds, Drummond takes up a position near the safe. This time I'll get him. Meanwhile, Jimmy Gray, as the Shadow, prepares to return the jewels. Before leaving, he puts a new number on his car. Detectives old Drummond must have of Scotland Yard here. he basically is like, excuse me, guys, and he knocks him out. He makes short work of him. He gets inside, opens the door. Whoops. He gets inside, opens the door, and has like a gas pen. Sleepy pen. And then he basically pops those back in there. The jewels are replaced. Like, oh crap, he's gonna be mad. He's like, the shadow. He's like, it's still wet. The place will be a hornet's nest. There he is. He's like, I'm in a tight spot right now. I need to get out of here. He's like, there he goes. Don't let him get away. He knocks 2 more of the cops out. And he basically gets out of here. He's like, we got his name of his car, Inspector. He's like, fine, what's the number? He's like, here comes the old warehouse now. I came as fast as I could, checking Bonning's clients about the gloves. I found your man. He's in there now. He's like, let's go. What, brought a pair of gloves the other day, old man. Looks the type, too. Well, you don't feel well, old man. Just give me. It's like, get me out of here. Drink this up. You'll feel better. What a help you turned out to be. Never mind. There's always tomorrow. The shadow person will be back. He's like, Basically, this cop's like, not having it. And that is the end of The Shadow. A nice little fun introductory issue. Makes me wonder if he'll ever tell his friend about who he really is in the long run. So until then, I hope to see you guys next time with another video, and possibly a review of issue 2 of The Shadow. I definitely enjoyed reading this, and again, and until then, I will see you guys next time with another video. So until then, take care and do all those normal things. Comment below, click that like to show your support, and just let me know your thoughts. Have you read The Shadow? What'd you think? I definitely look forward to getting some more of these giant-sized Phantom books and reading some more of these characters. I have issue 15 that was shown in an older haul video, and I have yet to read some more of it because it's a part 3 with the Shadow and Phantom crossover, so I need to get the one that has a part 1 and 2 to it first. But anyway, until then, I will see you guys next time, and take care.